Welcome to the second part of the series of Make Room. Now that you have learned a few tips on decluttering your home and making room for the beautiful warm weather, I will be sharing a few tips on how to organize your items and decors for your space while leaving your space look beautiful. Now, let's get into some tips on how to organize your space and decors before the warm season. Tip number 1. Add a shelving unit as a storage space. Your shelving unit can be either short or tall, depending on the size and proportion of your room. Shelving units are great to organize and store small decors, books, and other small items. It serves a purpose in various ways and could be used in the majority of your rooms, depending on the size. Tip number 2. Add storage boxes or baskets for your shelving unit. They are great to store many items including books, crafts, toys, and more. I would suggest to choose colored or textured boxes or baskets to give character in the room, such as weave baskets. The beauty behind using baskets is to keep them hidden without many items exposed and busy in the room. Tip number 3. Organize your books. There are various ways to organize your books, such as color coordinating to changing book covers to fit with the theme of your room. If you carry lots of books in your home but own a small space, I would suggest you to have the books stored in different areas such as storage boxes, shelves, desks, and more. If you have a library or an office and own a tall bookshelf unit, then you can fill as much books as possible. But keep in mind to make room to add some decors in between, keeping the shelf versatile and harmonious. Tip number 4. Organize small items in a form of compartments. There are times when we don't necessarily know how to organize very small items such as pens and pencils. Some may have been laid in the drawer or pencil holder, but what if I tell you to go outside the box and use toothbrush holders with wide opening or washroom cups as pen cup holders? Of course, it has to be brand new. There are amazing washroom cups that are made in ceramic, marble, acrylic, and more. They look amazing on desks, shelf units, and other areas. The key point here is to expose some small items in the room while still stored in small compartments, but keep in mind to expose just a few and keep the rest stored for open space purposes. Tip number 5. Keep your hangers color coordinated. You may have heard this before, but I believe it keeps your closet well coordinated and clean looking. Not only should it be organized by color, but keep using the same material of the hangers consistently. You will see a big difference just by changing the hangers in your closet. Tip number 6. Organize your clothes by color. I learned quickly from my past retail sales experience by keeping the clothing organized and displayed by color, drawing the customer's attention more swiftly and efficiently. This way, you will find yourself looking for a particular clothing by color more faster instead of looking through a leap of mixed colors in one section. A tip for you is organizing from brightest to darkest in each clothing sections. If you are still having trouble knowing how to organize the colors, I would suggest to rely on the color wheel as your guide while adding black as the last color in your closet. The color order will be pleasing to your eyes once it is designed that way. Tip number 7. Store winter and fall clothing in baskets. Storing your heavier clothing away is one of the best ways to keep your room spacious, light, and clean. You can simply store away somewhere in your house or keep in the closet on the top shelf for easier clothing swap. Use attractive storage boxes such as weave baskets or fabric-covered baskets to keep your room harmonious. Tip number 8. Display jewelry on corkboard for easier access and presentation. This is one of our creative ways to display and keep the jewelry from being tangled in a jewelry box and still look elegant on the wall. You can refresh your board by painting the border with an attractive color of your choice and find unique pins to hold the jewelry. Tip number 9. Store throw blankets in baskets. Throw blankets are great for snuggling while watching a movie in your living room. But if you think displaying throws on your sofa is too much for the warm weather, simply roll the throw blankets and put it inside the basket and place it near your seating area or TV media stand and such. More importantly, make sure the basket has texture to keep the eye aesthetic in your space. Tip number 10. Organize magazines. This is for the magazine lovers. Some of us like to keep the magazine for memory purpose or as guided lifestyle instructions. If you have lots of magazines, I would suggest you to display in different areas like coffee table or side table, on the shelf, or place it in a magazine holder. The key point here is to spread these magazines around instead of stacking all in one place, which can look displeasing to your eyes. I hope these small tips are helpful to get you prepared for the warm weather and that you understand that every detail makes a difference in your room, big or small. If you feel like you need further design advice from us, feel free to book an e-design consultation and we will serve you virtually. Stay tuned for the last blog of this series where we will do the final decorating touches of making room to decorate your space.